I'd like to start out today by telling you about where I live. A country of such stark contrast that it seems to be the very definition of juxtaposition. I live in Guatemala, where more than half the population lives in poverty. That's right. But did you know it also has the highest number of helicopters per capita? In fact, it is amongst the most unequal countries in the world in terms of wealth distribution. But it's not just wealth. We also have one of the worst malnutrition rates in the world. Now this I could understand if Guatemala was a war-torn country with little arable land suffering prolonged drought, but it's not. It's one of the world's biodiversity hotspots. For the moment, anyway. Did I mention one of the highest deforestation rates in the world? Then there's education, environmental degradation, and to top it off, climate change exacerbating everything. So many problems, yet of course, so many NGOs trying to fix it. The highest concentration in Central America, actually. So what's my point? My point is that this doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. I believe something is wrong. Millions of dollars and 50 years of development just isn't working. We need a new approach. SERES provides that new approach. We call it the 3P framework for large-scale social impact. It's simple, really, so let me tell you how it works. The majority of organisations working in development are focused on providing products or programs. There's a lot of innovation and creativity, but it's missing something to make it truly effective. The 3Ps. Like the legs of a stool, the 3Ps are what sustain these ideas and allow them to achieve impact. So let me show you how. The first P is the potential of people. In Guatemala, we have an undiscovered treasure, and it isn't just another Mayan temple. What we have is an untapped resource. 10.5 million people under 30, a number expected to double in the next 20 years. Disempowered and disengaged by the existing development paradigm, this resource is going to waste. But we see its potential. We know that by educating, empowering, and engaging with people, we can unleash this force and turn this potential into a power to drive change. And we need these leaders. After all, how can we have sustainable development without local leaders to design, deliver, and manage projects? Next, we take process. Didn't Einstein say that the very definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results? The current development framework incites isolation and fragmentation, not collaboration and communication. And then there is this huge gap between the beneficiaries, who are disempowered by the process, and the entire development sector. SERES' 3P approach drives collaborative interventions that unify development efforts and close the gap between beneficiaries and development organisations. One team working towards a common goal. So where does all this happen? P number 3, place. Think of a Google-style campus for development with donors, NGOs, changemakers, social entrepreneurs and local leaders working side by side. It's a place where young leaders can grow into empowered citizens who create long-term solutions to transform their communities. Remember all that juxtaposition? Well, we bring it together in a cutting-edge centre for thinking that is a nexus for creativity, dialogue and innovation. People, process, place. The 3 Ps, or what we prefer to call Impact Cubed. We know that this recipe is a catalyst to help those working for the greater good to really scale impact. We've already invested in more than 800 local leaders, so now it's your turn to act. Invest with SERES in this new generation of changemakers and help us to accelerate actions towards the healthy, thriving society that we all want. No, it's not the end. We're reframing the development paradigm and recreating the future. This is just the beginning.